I'm Urbia.
And I'm Jen. And with us today is SvenSulley. Introduce yourself, Sulley.
Hey guys, welcome back again to part 2 of this episode on You Like It, We Don't. SvenSulley here. Find me on YouTube at SvenSulley, SvenSulley. And like before, I do the same thing as these guys. Rip everything Star Wars all the time and do movie reviews. So, happy to be back for part 2, guys.
Alright, good to have you back for part 2.
Alright, and we dive right back into the What Culture article with the most outlandish theories that we can find. Theory number 4, Holdo is alive. Oh, please, let this one not be true. A new character introduced in The Last Jedi. Vice Admiral Holdo sacrificed herself by ramming her own ship into the First Order fleet while at light speed. And even though, quote, sacrificed, unquote, means, quote, killed, unquote, there are still those out there who believe Holdo managed to survive the incident and will appear in episode 9, like Bowman 1968, over on Reddit. The user states Holdo could have cut through the fleet like a knife, instead of ramming it and exploding. As a result, she could emerge from the other side alive. With a severely damaged ship, yes, but not one that's blown to pieces. Please don't bring this character back. Please don't bring this character back. I beg you.
I was trying so hard not to laugh when the article said she could emerge from the other side alive. I was like, how?
Yeah, like you literally, like that logic is like you ran your car so fast into another car, you cut it in half. Like what? Like no, you can't do that.
No, but it's worse because it's like you rammed your car so hard into the wall that it blew up into a million pieces, destroying everything in its wake behind that wall. But you're alive.
It's like knives don't make explosions; they cut. Like,
God, this is so weird. I mean, that would be as stupid as Indiana Jones surviving a nuclear bomb by hiding in a Oh, right.
Well,
Never
yeah,
mind.
but I mean, that was like the less we talk about that movie, the better.
But of all the characters to bring back, who's supporting Holdo? I'm pretty sure she's a universally disliked character.
You know, Kathleen Kennedy likes her.
She's Kathleen Kennedy. I want to bet this is how
stands
Kathleen
for what
sees
Kathleen
herself.
Kennedy
Purple
believes
hair
in.
and all.
Yeah.
I don't want Holdo back. Please, no.
Like, I'm just trying to
like
imagine how would this even work? Like, okay, let's say they somehow bring her back. Can you imagine anybody in the theater thinking, "Oh, what a great idea"? like, can you imagine anybody thinking that? It's like, seriously.
And in all seriousness, I'll put my bias of Holdo aside. It's pretty bad way to treat her character. Even if you are not like me and you do like her as a character, bringing her back after what's supposed to be that noble moment where you sacrifice yourself in order to save the people you're trying to protect, it just diminishes the character. It ruins what's supposed to be a solemn moment. I mean, we've already had that in The Last Jedi with Rose plowing into Finn at the last second. If she comes back too, it just means that every self-sacrifice moment in that movie is up for debate. Is the all those people that died in the bombing run now going to come back? Is the pilot in the other ship that got blown up going to come back?
Look, if they bring Holdo
Captain
back,
Phasma came back from an exploding planet.
Captain Phasma's fine.
Look, if they bring back Holdo and they don't bring back Luke, I'm gonna be pissed. Like, I think that would just be the biggest slap in the face. It's like, oh yeah, we killed off Luke. And remember that character that you guys loved from The Last Jedi? No.
Oh, she's back.
Well, she's back. Okay, gotta be more specific. Rose, Holdo. Oh, fuck. If they bring back Holdo, that means Rose and Holdo are gonna be back in episode 9.
Maybe they'll get together. We know Rose falls in love
Yeah.
fairly easily. Maybe she and Holdo will go somewhere. Do a side mission.
That would be fine with me. I mean, or just like make it a short film and just be like, oh, Rose, just get over there. And we'll write you out of the movie. And, like,
Yes, exactly.
those fans that love those two characters, like, you can go watch that short film with them going on their adventure, and like at the end of it, they like go into the pit where Jabba the Hutt and all those guys died. That'd be pretty funny.
And she gives us another speech about how rich people exploit the poor. We go, we know, you're Disney. You're literally doing
You're
that
like the
now.
richest people around.
Yeah, and they're trying to put a motto in their film that says, "Don't trust rich people." Well, okay.
Okay. I don't
Thanks for
trust
the
you.
advice.
Yeah, thanks for the advice, Disney. I won't trust you then.
You know what one theory is strangely missing from all 8 so far?
Yeah.
Fuel. We haven't had any mention of
yeah.
fuel.
Well, because these are fan theories. Only Disney wants to push that fuel agenda. but okay, guys, let's move on to the next one.
Mm-hmm. And here at 3, it's Han Solo returns via time travel. Kevin Smith is known for his love of all things geeky, with Star Wars being a particular soft spot for the 47-year-old filmmaker. And just like any fan, he's often guilty of letting his passion for the material trump all reasonable thought, like in this case. So there's a tweet where he says, if due to a time travel device or the Force, there's a plot development that allows Lando to repeat his Empire Strikes Back line, there's still a chance to save Han and get us back to that fateful bridge on Starkiller Base. Then I'll kiss JJ on the mouth. I'll French him even. Whoa, that's a little too much. But prompted by the news that Billy D. Williams would be returning as Lando in Episode 9, Smith took to Twitter and theorized that his addition to the cast could spark a time travel-infused sequence where the film returns to the scene of Han's death on Starkiller Base. The short version, Han Solo returns thanks to time travel. Oh boy.
Yeah.
This makes no sense. Like, what is this, Back to the Future all of a sudden? They're running into everything.
Hey, look, they got-
that doesn't make any sense.
They need to find a galaxy-wide storm to make 1 bajillion gigawatts to hit the Millennium Falcon so that it can go back to the future.
Yeah, is this the same time rift where the space kraken is at? Like what's going on?
Is the space kraken like come back also with them?
They get him on their side to help against the fight against the Empire. Like,
Who's going to
oh
play
my God.
Solo, though? Is it going to be this new guy? I can't even remember his name.
Dude, like, how weird would that be if he comes back and he talks to Kylo, but he's the new guy?
That'd be funny. That'd be so funny. Alden Ehrenreich.
Yes.
Oh
We
god.
could have that
Wow.
awkward moment where Kylo Ren is older than his dad.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Dad?
Dad? Who? Who?
We're the same age.
I don't know who you are.
Then
weird
Han Solo
person.
just starts running away. Like, that would be hilarious. It's like, nope.
It's like,
Wow, this.
how did you even have me being the same age as me? That's crazy.
Well, funny story. Yeah. That Luke got me really into this chick by making out with his twin sister. And then many years later, we go, oh, okay, Dad, no, I don't want to know this story. Nobody wants to know how they were conceived.
So this is just unbelievable. I cannot believe
By the
it.
way, this fan wanting to French J.J. Abrams, that's an interesting fantasy to have. I mean, there are directors in this world that I like. And
No, but you see, but remember, he does specify what he needs to do.
There's a condition involved.
There's a condition.
I don't just French kiss any man I see.
Oh wow, this is unbelievable.
Kevin Smith's definitely a different kind of person. Like, nobody knows what that guy actually is.
Yeah.
Considering his movies, I don't even like any of his movies, really. I know some people are fans of it, but every time I watch like one of his movies, I'm just so far gone. And I feel like you need to have something that you're like taking, like some prescription drug, in order to understand what he was trying to say in his movie.
Well, in his movies, like the Clerks movies, he's Silent Bob, so he doesn't really say anything. So it's like, like I don't know, that's weird. It's like he's so vocal outside of the movies, but when he's in a movie, he doesn't say anything. Yeah, I find that a bit unusual.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might be too vocal when he's out of movies. I mean, look, he's at least, like, you can see he's a fan of Han. You can see that, you know, them killing off Han to him was really sad.
Yes.
You know, like, you
but
can see,
I'm one of the few people that agrees with Harrison Ford when he said Han Solo's story arc does work if he dies.
Yes.
You know, I don't want him to die, but it seems like he just, you know, it completes. It's, you know, he's a smuggler. He's a carefree attitude. He seeks danger. Of course, you're gonna die eventually. Would have been better if it was an explosion, not a stab. But,
Yeah.
if he was the one ramming the ship, but okay, that's.
I mean, it would have been much cooler if Han went out destroying Starkiller Base. Like, how much cooler would that have been?
Yeah. It could have been a hint of irony, you know, this time he doesn't make it out in time.
Yeah.
Alas.
Yeah, that would have been a nice send-off for him.
Yeah.
I mean, his death wasn't too bad. Like, I've seen way worse deaths in movies.
Oh, yeah. His death wasn't too bad, but it was kind of, like, I don't know.
Could have been better.
It could have been better. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely. Like, they maybe should have gone down the route of having him die a smuggler, the way a smuggler usually dies. Like, that would have probably made a little more sense.
Yeah, because it all ties back to what he really is at the end of the day. A smuggler.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
should we move on to the next one, or any other thoughts?
Yeah, we can move on to the next one.
Okay, so number 2. Rey's parents are other versions of Rey. Now,
Okay, am I the only one who heard banjos playing when I heard this?
Now, stick with me here. This, there's a reason for this. So, it goes. The Redditor who crafted this theory prefaced the whole thing by mentioning that they were high when they came up with it, which does explain a lot. I like this theory already, so let's continue. User Powder Bones reckons that the Dark Cave on Oct 2 was literally showing Rey who her parents were herself. She is a clone, meaning that her mummy and daddy are just alternate versions of her. Powder Bones goes one step further and adds that Rey clones may have been created using Palpatine's DNA, which explains her strong force powers as well as the pull of the dark that she feels when she sends her towards the cave in the first place. So, like...
Well, I mean, this does bring back the whole plot point that Rey
is Palpatine's
Palpatine's...
Which I actually think is a legitimately good plot point.
I mean, it would be better than, oh, your parents are no one.
Yeah, that was the last thing I wanted to hear. Like, even if her parents were like Jar Jar Binks or something, I would have been like, alright.
Wow, imagine if her
Plus, it
father
could
was
get
Jar Jar
some sort of
Binks.
some proper irony in the movie going. You know, Luke spends all that time to kill the Emperor, and now he has to train the Emperor's daughter to defeat his nephew. Yeah, it's a little bit more interesting.
I mean, honestly, I find this one pretty interesting. Like, I like the premise that it could be that Rey is a clone from Palpatine, and that's why she's though. Because then that would explain why. Because remember, they did say Luke said like to Rey, "You went straight into the darkness." Maybe that's foreboding, like showing that Rey might actually eventually become. Go to the dark side, but I don't know. They'll never do that because Rey is perfect in the new Star Wars movie.
She'd look better in the Emperor's robes, though. But that's a personal observation.
Mhm.
There's no real bearing on the movies.
Look, she would definitely be able to pull off Snoke's robe better.
How would they get the DNA in the first place, though? Is there any place where... Because, like, the Death Star exploded at the end of the movie, so, like, how would they get Palpatine's DNA? How would this even work?
Now, look, the thing is, they'd have to explain a lot, and I don't think they'd be able to explain it in one movie.
Well, actually, there is sort of explanations for it. I mean, okay, I'm referring to the extended universe again. It builds around the Emperor had contingency plans in place for in case he dies. And that would kind of make sense, because it would explain why the First Order exists. I mean, one of the plot points that annoys me a lot is, how did the Empire survive the death of their Emperor and the death of all of their senior military leadership, and then just rebrand itself the First Order and continue? If it turns out that these were contingency plans that the Emperor put in place, including cloning himself, then I could, accept it a little bit more. Rather than that entire celebration in episode 6.
That's in the extended universe. And what did Disney do?
Where
The first thing they got Star Wars? They took the extended universe, they put it in a dumpster, and they lit it on fire. That's what Disney did.
Oh. It's just mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, it really doesn't make... I mean, I don't know, Sven, what do you make of this? Would you like to see this, or would you feel like, okay, this is getting too weird?
It's definitely a little too weird. Like, I like the one about how her and Palpatine could be related in a way, because that would at least add some more depth to that of Palpatine, since we don't even know that much about him to begin with, considering the fact that the extended universe does not exist anymore, which took everything we thought we knew about him out, and now we have basically barely any information besides the fact that he was the upbringing, that he came from Darth Plagueis, right? That was, that was what it was. And, so yeah, like, he was his trainer. That's pretty much all we really know, and now he was the Emperor after that. So there isn't much to his character besides the fact that he's just a power-hungry guy who took over the galaxy. We don't know anything else about him, so at least this would add more to his character, which would be really cool. Now, I have no clue how the heck this whole Rey and her parents thing would work. I don't really see like where they would go with that and how they would be able to explain it, because it does seem like a very convoluted thing to explain. Plus, like, did you guys actually understand that whole mirror cave scene? Because I had no clue what was going on there.
I don't think anybody understood what was going on there. She falls into some water, even though she's lived her entire life on a desert planet, and there's no way that she'd know how to swim, but okay, whatever. She falls into some water, she goes in front of crystal things, and then just snaps her fingers, and then, like, weird shit happens.
Oh,
like,
maybe.
It just shows copies of herself, like, unlimited in both ways. I don't...
Oh, mate, you're carrying on as if Luke had a more interesting scene in the cave.
Okay, look. I mean...
But at least there he was fighting himself. Here she was just playing, trying to do jazz finger snapping.
She was trying to make a one-woman band. I don't know. This just seems that
was
entire
clearly
scene
Johnson
was really
trying
strange.
to be artsy, but
Yeah, that's what they're going for. Obviously,
well, yeah,
I don't think there's any true meaning.
Yeah, there's
at least from Rian Johnson's point of view. Maybe J.J. Abrams might extract something from there. That might be possible, maybe. But even still, I doubt it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this one's one of the more plausible ones, I guess.
So it's at least one that I would like to see. Now, I doubt it will be made, but in terms of theories that I like this one.
I mean, the clone thing would explain why she sees a lot of versions of herself, Because if she's a clone on an assembly line, that would explain it, but... I mean, remember...
and she also says, show me my parents, and then it just shows her, so...
Yeah.
Who knows?
So, I mean, it would make sense, at least. But because it's a good idea, Disney ain't gonna use it. Alright, so, going on to the next one. So, number 1. The Last Jedi was a hallucination. I particularly like this one already. Please, Disney. It was my birthday 2 days ago. Please! Please.
Happy belated birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Wait, so when was it? Oh, no, it was on the 16th. So 2 days ago, yeah, I'm correct.
Woo!
So, yeah, it carries on. It's no secret that a lot of Star Wars fans were displeased with The Last Jedi, which has led to a lot of Episode 9 theories involving some sort of retconning of Episode 8's many developments. But this one takes the whole thing one absurd step further by positing that The Last Jedi was one big hallucination, Finn's hallucination. Veritor, another one with the Force. Oh, that's also a really good name. States that Finn is a Jedi, using evidence like his skill with a lightsaber and his connection with Rey as proof. And because of this, he has Force powers too, which means he's capable of having a lengthy, in-depth Force vision. The entirety of The Last Jedi. Oh. Yeah. I don't have anything bad to say about this one. I want this to happen so bad. Like, if this happened, it would just be amazing. Last Jedi is just a hallucination. Oh.
Finn's got some weird dreams, man.
Yes.
Like, maybe that's why Rose saved him at the end, because he would have woke up.
Yeah, because you can't die. You can't die in your dream, otherwise you wake up.
Yeah. It's like, you can't wake up. The movie's not over.
Good. Oh, that would be amazing. I don't know. What do you guys think?
This just
difficult.
Like, this seems like Inception.
Yes.
Yeah, it would explain why the movie seems so distorted and detached from itself.
From reality.
Because, you know, dreams are like that. Dreams are weird and detached and don't seem to follow any particular sequence of logic. So, it would explain a lot, but God, what a weak answer to a fuck up, though. I wish they'd just admit it and say, we're gonna do this over, sorry.
I mean, look, if they do take this, just watch Disney say, no, this was our entire idea the whole time.
And we call bullshit.
Sven, what do you think, man?
I just don't think this will ever happen, because you technically should not undo a multi-billion-dollar movie, which... Like, I really don't see the point in doing that, since it was pretty popular, even though it was divided among fans. It still made a lot of money, like I said. It's just, even though I know a lot of fans would love to see it happen, and for this theory to be true, not going to happen in a million years, because you can't just undo a whole theatrical film unless it makes sense to the universe. So I think this is one you could just kind of toss in the garbage can, because...
No.
J.J. Abrams, I don't think he'll do that, but I still think that it would be interesting, like an interesting idea, and I know you guys would be extremely excited by this idea for it to all be fake.
I know it's not gonna happen. Like, it's impossible. It's never ever gonna happen. Like, I will probably hallucinate this happening.
You'll wake up tomorrow and be like, darn it, that was just a dream.
Damn
kidding me?
Damn it! Everything was
you
right.
Go back to bed. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep.
I mean, look, this one would be great, but yeah, it definitely ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. That would require Disney to admit that they were wrong, which, I mean...
Oh, they'll never do that.
They'll never
Not
do
in a million
that.
years.
They'll never do that. Like, Disney would rather lose and all their money than say that they were wrong.
Oh my god! Like,
it's Kathleen Kennedy. Put the blame on her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that's the reason to get her fired.
Okay, done.
Yes.
That was easy.
I mean, look, if rumors are to be believed, maybe she is gone.
September's drawing closer.
Yes.
So, we'll see if that's true. Oh, it will be so nice to see her fired.
But like,
she'll probably...
there's a chance it could always be worse, though. Like, remember, we used to think it couldn't get any worse than the prequels, and then we got the sequels. It's like, oh no, like, so I don't know.
Yeah, we could have President Ryan Johnson, head of Lucasfilm.
Yeah, that would be the worst thing ever. I think.
No, it could be worse. It could be literally just President Ryan Johnson. Full stop.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Constantly organizes enormous chase scenes all over the country.
Yes. Makes people go on pointless errands for him. And then when they come back, he's like, I don't need that.
And has a weird obsession of fuel. Oh no, wait. The world is actually like that.
No, but he'd be driving like a Hummer. You know, like those really long ones. The ones that use like like a metric ton of fuel. You know, every 2 meters.
Oh my god.
Am I the only one tempted to have one of those cars and go park it in front of Greenpeace? Yeah, just to see their reaction. Yeah, just to annoy them a little.
You park in a handicap
does ever
spot
have one
with
of those
that.
cars, we should send him there.
So nudge him in that direction.
Great idea.
But yeah, guys, any last thoughts? Like this was a great article. Like honestly, it was very entertaining. We'll put the link down in the description so you guys can read it.
Yeah, and
yeah.
Oh, well, okay. Obviously, kudos to the fans. They're putting some serious thought into these theories, and I hope they keep on doing it because they're entertaining reads at the very least. It boils down to fan fiction, but honestly, the fan fiction is better than the movie series for me at this point. So even that story about how Chewbacca and Han Solo ends up on Earth is at the moment a more interesting story.
So what would that be? Not so long time ago in a galaxy.
No, it's
that you
ancient.
Know very
it's
well.
ancient Earth. Like,
okay,
we're still fighting with
Earth.
spears. Okay. I think it's been a while since I saw that story. I don't remember. I may have been intoxicated.
Yeah, but then they would still have to say a long time ago in a galaxy. Well,
that's it.
Not so far away.
A long time ago, about 45 minutes from here. And then the Star Wars logo comes by.
But okay. So, yeah. We hope that you guys all enjoyed it. And we'll see you all next time.